Welcome to the Axiom. New file detected. Launching file.
Hello world, my name is Leo and today we are continuing the Blueprints file. Where we last left off, we had done a lot. We found the tomb, which turned out to be one of our biggest discoveries of the Let's Play yet, because it had a secret passageway using the chapel information to lead us into an abandoned mine and a reservoir. And it had a map that had like a torching chamber, and it had a and there was some kind of reference to a buried floor plan and the north lever, which is what we need to unlock the northern part of the antechamber. We also lit all 4 fires and went down into the precipice, where we found information regarding sigils, which I don't know where that's going to come up, but there is a sigil in the torching chamber. I believe during editing I saw that it is Orinda in the center. It's fog. The weather, like the lines, looks like it's fog. And the symbols around it were whatever I said before. It was oh, I guess I wasn't paying attention to the border. I'll have to check that. But let's go ahead and start day 15 because we have a lot to do and we're running out of ways that I know for sure how to do it. November 22nd. So we still have quite a few things. We have to get the pool so that we can get the pump room so that we can drain the fountain. We need to... I want to get the classroom because I want to see if I can figure out how to do the puzzle and advance through the grades. And I want to see... what was it? I had a thought and it just left my mind. Oh, the shelter. The time safe in the shelter. We need to see if we can open that. Really quick, I know I took photos of these sigils. Metropolitan was the things in the sigil, but I don't know the area. I don't want the border. Alright, so now we have 70 steps, which is amazing. Grab our allowance. Let's head outside. Let's see what room we can get out here first. I would like to get all the rooms. The trading post wouldn't be too bad. The tool shed, the root cellar, or the shelter. Just so I know what the room is like, I am going to do the root cellar. Just to see what I can find. Because you never know with this. Oh, Mount Holly family tree. Mary Espin, Simon H. Sinclair, Herbert S. Sinclair, Clara Espin, Lionel Espin. So yeah, this is my grandfather, Simon Sinclair. Lord William Espin, Lady Ashlyn, Baroness Aurave, Baron Thomas Sinclair. And then we have the family crests. Interesting, a swan with 2 spades. And the holly. I'd better take a picture of this. So, interesting that Clara Espin was living in the house with... Was Herbert living with both Simon and Clara? Because there isn't a lot of evidence that Simon was living in the house, but there's a lot of Like, her ladyship was Clara, at least as far as I knew. And then actually, we've seen her. She's the one with the photo in the bedroom. Like, the regular bedroom. This is... That's the man in the locket. And then we've seen these two people were on Clara Espin's desk. I think. Huh. Okay. So many dig spots. But is there a shovel in sight? I don't know. This looks weirdly conspicuous. Search continues. Author and illustrator whose fanciful stories named Marion Marigold was last seen by Friday. Yeah, get into carriage. No sign has been found yet. No sign. Why is sign underlined? Oh! X, Y, Z, A, B, C? Well, the only place I know where that occurs is the classroom. I almost missed that. This looks so incredibly conspicuous. Alright, well. Hopefully I run into a shovel. But even if I don't, I'm glad to have seen that room. Because every room gives new information. Also, I should double check what it said. What this so I'm gonna waste a little bit more steps, but I need to see what this mine said. Okay, there's still one more cart down there, but it's locked on a short track and it's way too difficult to move from the reservoir side. It's a little bit awkward because it's blocking the passage, so I suggest someone move from the other side if they can get over there. The boss informed us that there are 2 other ways into the site from that side, but I think we're gonna leave that for someone else to finish up with the omit and really wants it done. Okay. So 2 ways in. I was on the reservoir side, I think. So 1 way in would be the rotunda. I don't know what the other way in would be. Can I turn these off? That's so weird that I can turn those off. Do I want to turn those off? I don't know what the point would be. Alright, but let's go inside. Love the music, oh my goodness. Alright, so... where do I want to try to approach this from? I mean, West Wing's going to be the safest, so might as well dead end this area first. Yeah, actually. This will give us an edge. And then, yeah, just need to find a shovel. And then we will do... let's do the workshop. Metal detector is pretty good. Higher chance of finding keys and coins. And that's the only thing we have in our inventory right now, so no point in forming anything yet. Okay. Sure, let's do security. Always an extremely valuable room. Wow, I ran into a thing already. That's kind of insane. Set security level to high. Change offline mode to unlocked. Exit. Oh, no, wait. Whoops. Log into network. Because I want to place a special order. Let's get a... Let's order the metal detector. That way it'll just be... we'll have a higher chance of getting one later on as well. Here, let's just use this to gather materials. We're going to use the swing to gather materials. The gems are in the false box. The gems are in the false box. Only one of the other boxes is false. But they both say the same thing. So this one must be false. Because these both have to be true or false, which means both of these are true, which means it's in this one. Okay. And then hopefully breaker box. Either way, they're all dead ends. So yeah, breaker box so that I can set myself up good. Cool, okay. Let's get in here. Ooh, the lab. Yeah, I'll do the lab. See if I can get an early experiment going. Experiment setup. Continue with experiment. Each time you unlock or bypass a security door, a letter will be delivered to the mailroom? Would be insane. Sure, a letter will be delivered to the mailroom. Because who knows what that'll do. Start experiment. Turn to main. Exit. Oh, I need the boiler room as well for the lab. I forgot about that. The thing is, I need to be able to... If I want to get to, like, the secret garden, I need to be able to access the west wing. Not just skirt along the edge. Let me... Just because I'm kind of afraid. Let me see what I can get to spawn in the west wing before I get too far down that route. Closet, den, or hallway. Let's go with den. I still think there has to be something else in this room. Alright, let's see if we can get a dead end to spawn here. No way. And then... 2 gem requirement for the office. Sure, let's do it. I hope I don't regret that. And then you know what? Let's see if we can't figure out what the heck is going on here. Flight of the Queen, March of the Bear, March of the Count, Fall of the Lord, Passing of the Barons, Herrings of the Major. So we know somewhere in this is a date. March of the Count. Could this be the 18th day of March, 1993? No, okay. There has to be something here. There's Clara and Simon. So that's a queen. So I think it has to be all the red ones because it can only be 4 numbers. If there's one queen, the second number can only be 0, 1, or 2 if it's a date. Herrings of the major. So that must mean that the major's a red herring. Which means, I guess I can just count how many of each of the other 2 statues there are, and then just do 1, 2, 1 that, and then 1, 2, 1 the other one. So for this guy, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that it? I think. 1, 2, 3. So it's either 1, 2, 1, 4, or if I'm doing this right, which I might not be. Or 1, 2, 1, 1. No. Why? I don't remember if I noticed this picture before. What did I miss? Are there any statues that I did not count? Counted that one. Counted those. Counted those. Interesting that Barons is the only one that's plural. Each of these is in the singular, but Barons is plural and Herrings is also plural. Could it be 1, 1, 1, 2? Oh, wait. 1, 1, 1, 4? I'm determined to not solve this without a guide, but part of me, like, I can't see what I'm missing. Like, just like with the paintings in the drawing room, I don't know what is significant and what isn't. I'm like, why would these be written in different colors? Actually, by any chance, the picture that I just took, are these statues of people in the family? Interesting. So I did just look it up, and this guy resembles Baron Thomas S. Sinclair. Yeah, same facial hair. So, and then the Lord William Espin, is the guy with the glasses. But there is no guy with the glasses here. If we're assuming that each of these is like meant to represent a family member, like this is a queen, this would be a baron because they refer to him as baron in the notes. This guy would also be a baron because it says so in the family tree. Passing of the barons plural. So there's 2 barons actually. Okay, so if there's 2 barons, so Flight of the Queen, that'd for sure be 1. March of the Count, I'm going to assume that might mean there are no counts. Although maybe there is a... Maybe? I don't know. As far as I can tell, there are no lords. Oh. I wasn't expecting money to appear right next to me. I don't know. Like I said, I would like to solve this as much as possible without a guide. And granted, I don't know when this Let's Play is ending, because know, like I've been hearing that this like goes deeper after finding the 46th room, and I don't know how much of that I'd want to show. So maybe I'll leave this be for now. But still, it like hurts because every time I find something that seems like it logically could be right, it's just not. Okay, so if we actually pay attention to the text, there's only one queen, there's only one count, there's only one lord, there's more than one baron, and there's a major, but they are a herring. And there's more than one herring of the major. The herring, it has to be whichever of the statues have more than one. Oh, I like how they have the holly crest in the carpet. That's really cool. I don't know. Genuinely, I don't know how to approach this. Let's just, first off, let me grab all the money I can. Ah. This one's already good. There's a lot of money in this estate. Holy crap. Let me spawn in this room. Might as well do the drawing room, because why not? Might as well see if I can terrorize myself with this room some more. The first number has to be either 0 or 1. The second number can be anything, because if the, well, yeah, the second number can be anything if it's 0. The third number can only be 0, 1, 2, or 3. And then the last number can be anything. Let me go in here. And then let me... Is the lab getting power now? And I guess it's time to find out. Sure does sound like you're getting... Well, actually... No, it doesn't. But... just in case, hang on, let me... What was it? Pull 3 after 9? Push 3 up after 9. No power. But this will be worth it, because this way, even if I run out of steps, I'll still be able to figure out which way is which. So let me divert power there. And now let's see if that works. Or is it going to be that, like, positioning matters? I don't know. Okay, do you have power now? I don't think you do. Yeah, I wonder if positioning matters. Alright. Hopefully that'll work. Because if not... then that means that positioning matters, which will be a lot harder to take into account. Does it? Okay, I'm gonna run out of steps, but it's fine. I don't really actually... Can I draft a room that'll give me something? No, okay. Nah, it's all good. That was an experiment and it failed. So that has to mean that positioning matters when it comes to the boiler room. That must mean that in order to power the lab, I need to actually connect the vents to the boiler room. Small house of cogs. Okay, and I got the root cellar, which is good. All right, so overall, we learned a lot, even if that run wasn't the most productive in the world. Okay, day 16. It's a new day to get things done. I didn't even get to do any experiments with the lab because I was trying to figure out what the heck to do about the thing. Oh well, it's if I'm learning experimenting regarding different things with like positioning, then I consider that a small win in my book because I'm very slowly learning. Like there are still rules of the house that I don't know. Let's do the trading post. We haven't done this one yet. And this will be a nice little experiment as well to see what this room has to offer. There's tea. Dynamite. A little too dangerous to pick up. Why do I have the option to click on it then? And then what is this? Do I want to turn the whole box? Do I like want to... Am I trying to turn the whole box yellow and make the center one purple? Because I think... Is that how that works? Is that how that's working? But then how would I move this? Oh, it's... So this like rotates it a little bit. Oh. Now the box... Okay, so these are all reset buttons, I think. Okay. So... If there's a yellow adjacent to the purple, it will like cycle those. So I think I do need to get the center one to be purple and everything around it to be yellow. That's going to be the hardest one then, in that case. Because I need to... And then if I hit the... Or do I need to make a specific shape? Because actually, if it's that way, is it possible to turn all of them yellow? I've only been working with 4 yellow the whole time. I'm beginning to think maybe I don't know this code. Whoa. Oh. So I need to get them in the corners. Okay. Yeah, okay. I can do that, I think. So I'd hit that. Hit that. Oh my. Maybe hit that. Yeah. You have been rewarded an allowance token. Your allowance has been permanently raised by 2. Okay. I will take that. Can I pick up the dynamite now? I'm rich. Okay, no dynamite for me. A little too dangerous to pick up, but what could I possibly use that for? You have no items to trade. Okay, fair enough. Okay, I don't think... Out of curiosity, is that all of an outpost established on the outskirts of Mount Holly in the era before the New Realms? This station allowed the frontiersmen and trappers of these mountains to trade goods and services with the estate, the locals, and one another. The New Realms? What? What? And okay, that's all of the around store of dried vegetables, personality gardens, so amazing. What great things come from little digging around into the dirt. Okay, so the realms, like, is this like is this a secret fantasy game? What do you mean the realms? Okay, well, I guess I'd better hope that I find an item somewhere. Because I can't trade any gold. Alright, let's do the same thing. Let's dead end the east. The workshop usually has an item. The closet would have also been a good thing. The shovel. Okay. So, right away. What can I trade the shovel for? Let's test this out. Shovel for coin purse. No trade. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I would rather have the shovel. Do I though? It's not like I have a lot of dig spots now. How much trading could I do? Okay, interesting. So I've traded up to a compass. Okay, I mean, I'll take the compass since I'm more likely to get rooms that point north. Interesting. So it looks like I traded up, and then it was just cycling between the sledgehammer and the compass. So yeah, I will just take the compass. Let's do the storeroom. Let's see, courtyard, bedroom, or den. Let's do the den. Let's do this side first. Boiler room. Sure. And then I need the lab. Gosh darn it. Kitchen. Need the lab. No, of course not. That's a little bit frustrating. Let's go into the kitchen. Oh yeah, sure, bacon and eggs. And it added the morning room to my thing, which I haven't seen. Okay, I like that. Yeah, let's see if I can get the morning room. Plus 2 gems, and tomorrow you will start with 2 gems? Plus 2 gems? You know what, sure, since I haven't seen it and it's so rare. Let's see, we have a coin purse. We have an upgrade disc. Very nice. The Baron of Mount Holly names nephew provisional heir. November 5th. In the blue hours of Wednesday morning, the venerable Baron of Mount Holly, Herbert S. Sinclair, passed away at the ripe age of 73 after a prolonged struggle with a heart condition that had been kept from the public eye until his final days. Wait, okay, so if November 7th was a Saturday, that must mean November 5th was a Thursday, which means Baron H.S. Sinclair passed away 11/4? Question mark? That might be the combination to the safe. Because that would fit. Okay, esteemed as a pillar of society and renowned for his penchant for crafting puzzles, he was a source of endless fascination to our readers over the years. Not least, though, his popular column, Baron Bafflers, which he penned for over a decade. The particulars of the announcement of his successor yesterday has left his devoted followers with one last intrigue to ponder. The reading of his will precipitated a flurry of speculation, for his niece and presumptive heir, the much-loved and lamented Mary Matthew Jones, had been missing and presumed deceased for the past 6 years. Mrs. Jones, better known to our readers by her pen name Marian Marigold, enchanted the hearts and minds of children across the realm, with her literary creations such as The Red Prince, Swimbird, and A New Clue. Wait, she wrote a third book? Her disappearance remains one of the age's most tragic mysteries. With her whereabouts unknown, it was Marigold's own son, Simon P. Jones, a lad of but 14 summers, who was yesterday named the provisional heir to the sprawling Cinca Empire. However, this vast inheritance is accompanied by an undisclosed contractual condition. Given the Baron's well-known penchant for testing the tests of mettle and wit, it's clear that the young heir from Reddington, distinguished in his own right as last year's County Science Fair runner-up, faces an extraordinary challenge in the coming weeks. More to follow. Interesting. So it was like news that happened. The Baron passed away on November 4th. But I think we might have been able to speculate that from the emails. But still, it's good to see that. But even more, well, I don't know about like more importantly, but even more interesting is that Marian Marigold wrote a third book. All right, let me really quick. First off, insert this disc. Closet. Let's see, what is it? 2 items plus 1 extra item if drafted adjoined to a hallway. 2 items plus 2 extra items if drafted adjoined to a bedroom, or 0 items plus 4 extra items if drafted adjoined to a red room. I get it, because it's like, so hallway closet, bedroom closet. Oh, so empty closet, I would only get items if it's drafted next to a red room. At least with the bedroom, I would still get 2 items if it's drafted elsewhere, but I would get 2 extra items if it's drafted to join to a bedroom. The only problem is, so am I allowed to? No. Okay, so let me pull on my knowledge. Bunk room is a dead end. Nursery's a dead end. Guest bedroom's a dead end. Her ladyship's chamber is a dead end. The only bedroom that is not a dead end is the boudoir, the normal bedroom, but all of those only have 2 doors. Thankfully, yeah, only 2 doors. So once I draft it, I would be making a dead end of the boudoir or bedroom if I were to use the closet. If I were to draft it off a hallway, it's not the end of the world. Empty closet's risky because, like, all of the red rooms, almost all the red rooms, have 4 doors, or at least 3. The furnace is a dead end, the lavatory is a dead end, and the maid's chamber is a dead end. The maid's chamber is also a bedroom, but it's also a red room. Those 3 are dead ends. I don't think I'd want to do the empty closet, because just in case I want to, like, dump the closet somewhere, I'd still like to get items out of it. Although it would save me steps if I just dumped it and then didn't have a reason to go in it. But the empty closet is only conditionally useful. The bedroom closet and hallway closet can still be useful. It's just like, I wouldn't be dead-ending myself if I did the hallway closet, because the west wing hallway, the east wing hallway, the normal hallway, secret passage I wouldn't be able to do it with. Do I have to choose? I don't think I can get out of this. Yeah, because the boudoir and the bedroom are both. That'd be risk. Yeah, I think those are the only bedrooms that don't result in a dead end. So those are the only bedrooms that I would be able to do, and then those would become dead ends. All right, I've sat here for a while because I'm like still trying to figure this mechanic's really cool, because both of them have their, like, drawbacks and risks, but also benefits. So, like, hallway would obviously be the safest, because there would be the most chances to draft that one, theoretically, between that one and the bedroom. The bedroom closet would be rarer to draft, because, like I said, there's only 2 bedrooms that I know of off the top of my head that would even have another door that I could draft the closet with. And then that side would be a dead end. The empty closet would make the closet useless unless I drafted it with a red room, but red rooms tend to have a lot of doors, so I wouldn't be dead-ending myself. So I guess it's like, do I want to play the safe option and still guarantee that I'll get items even if I can't attach it to a hallway or bedroom? Or do I want to take the risk of only being able to get items if I attach it to a red room? And then, of course, hallways tend to have more doors as well. So, yeah, I know I already explained all of that, but I was trying to sum it up. Like, very rarely do I draft the closet, though. Like, what rooms have I typically attached the closet to? Almost never the bedroom. I think I've done it to a hallway. I think I'll do the hallway closet, just because I'd much rather have the consistency of being able to constantly get items from it, even if I can't attach it to a hallway, than to have no choice but to create a dead end and get nothing from it. If I can't attach it to a red room. So yeah, I'll do the hallway closet. I wonder if I can change upgrades at any point in time. And then let's do the keycard system. Security level set to high. Change offline mode to unlocked. Yeah. Let's go this way. And then I guess, like, I won't really need to visit this room anymore. So let's just... So hopefully... Aha, so it does go to each of the doors. So maybe, theoretically, this is something else that I can try to test. If I get the lab, maybe if I do it in this column or this line, maybe it'll still work. I don't know. We can figure that out. But either way, I'm done with this area. Let's do this. Let's do the observatory. 8 stars. +1 key. I'll take that. Thank you. I wonder if there's any other secrets here. Because now that I know that I'm dealing with, like, realms... I don't know. It'll be risky, but let's do the breaker box. Just to make sure that's taken care of. Let's do the courtyard. Ah! Thank you. Let's dig. Oh, an ordinary key. I will take that. And a turnip. Okay. Useful stuff. Commissary, bedroom, or... Okay. Bedroom. I think. Then we're gonna go for the steps. This. Either way, it's a dead end. Let's do the closet, since this is now a hallway. Sledgehammer. Okay. And 2 keys. Oh, a silver key. Heck yeah. That's amazing. We also get more money. With interest. Greetings from Reddington. Why is this? Because this is, like, down. Because the hand in the office kind of points to where the safe is. Why would this hand be here? Well, I don't know. Hope this doesn't spell doom for me. Alright. I have to do the spare room. And thank goodness I have the compass. Otherwise, this would not be good. Because I need rooms that'll point north. Wow. What an unlucky draw. That's such an unlucky draw. Oh my god. Nothing of interest is buried here. Alright, well that's disappointing. The breaker box really cost me. Doing the breaker box there really cost me that one. Alright, well at least I learned something regarding the trading post, and I increased my allowance. Okay, let's call it. That run sucked, but it's alright. A garden cottage. 3 green rooms. I can't read. Alright. Let's go again. Save and continue.
Upload successful. Click here to view previous files. Have a pleasant day.